And your name is? Grace. Grace?
I want the rest of my money by tomorrow, or you got life problems. You understand that? Get out of here and go get it then.
Mom, can you go to the park today?
Hello? Hey, is anybody home?
Just a minute. I'm going as fast as I can. Oh, come in. You must be the young man who called about the ad, Mr.
John. John is just fine.
I'm Myra Bristol. Are there enough lights in here for you to see everything?
Yeah, it's cool.
Well, I wouldn't know if any bulbs were out because I'm blind. A man mentioned that to you.
Yeah, you did. You also said you lived alone. No dog?
But it's easier living alone because you can memorize where furniture is. But you bump into people and animals because they move around.
Yeah, I guess so.
Like you. You moved that little bird on my table.
Well, just a little.
But if you hadn't put it back, I might have knocked it over.
Hey, is this the chair you were advertising over here?
Yes, the one in the corner. It's very comfortable. Why don't you sit in it?
All right.
I tried having a garage sale a few months ago for the neighborhood families, but there aren't very many people living on the Bluff.
Yeah, I noticed it was kind of quiet up there.
You know what I call it? Blind woman's bluff.
Cute. Real cute.
No, not really. But it's nice of you to say so. My son never likes my jokes.
I thought you said you lived alone.
Larry lives on the other side of town, and he doesn't visit very often.
Well, that's good. I mean, you know, you wouldn't want people just coming in without permission, though, right?
That does get annoying, doesn't it? Especially if I'm in the middle of an etching.
You do that stuff? Without seeing, I mean.
Well, it's pretty easy. It's all relief work, really. I'm in the middle of a piece right now.
Okay.
No, you mustn't touch it. The grease might affect the acid burn.
Acid?
Yeah, acid. That's what's used to make the etching, nitric acid.
Well, isn't that kind of dangerous for
a blind old woman to use?
Well, I didn't mean to disrespect you or
That's
anything.
okay. I mean, I'm very careful. So, what do you think of my work?
I think it's pretty nice. Yeah.
That's okay, I understand. I call it Rorschach test for blind people.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't think it's that bad, but...
That's a very nice thing to say.
Are they worth much?
Oh, God, millions.
Really?
To me, that is.
Oh, I kind of meant, you know...
But
like...
to the rest of the world, they're worth about as much as that frame. Not even worth stealing.
I was...
Yeah, I know you didn't mean it like that. You're a very nice young man. I can tell it by your voice.
Well,
And you come all this way to hear an old blind lady blither on about her artwork.
I think it's pretty interesting.
That's a lovely thing to say, John.
Hey, I was wondering, is there anything else you were thinking about selling? Like TVs, stereo, silverware?
No, not really. I have a poor man stereo, a $2.98 receiver, and I wouldn't sell you my TV.
Well, why not?
Well, I live for two things, and one of them is listening to the Love Boat.
No kidding. That's one of my favorites, too.
I knew we had a lot in common. And I couldn't sell my TV anyway. It'll be cheating you.
Cheating me?
Yeah, it doesn't get a picture.
You know, I appreciate you telling me that. Hey, you got some really nice silverware here. It looks kind of old.
Well, it was my mother's. She was old until she died. Of course, then you're not really old, you're just dead.
Well, you got a point there. Anybody could be dead. There ain't no age limit.
Yeah, it's the great equalizer.
You got an equalizer but no stereo?
I beg your pardon?
No, I was just trying to figure out how you can have an equalizer but not have a stereo.
What does an equalizer have to do with the stereo?
Okay, well, an equalizer, it goes between your radio or your stereo and your amplifier. And it's a glorified volume control. Sometimes you can have both of them and it increases your sound input.
My, you know a lot about stereos, don't you?
Well, let's just say it was a sideline business.
What kind of work do you do?
I go to garage sales and buy things, and then I sell them at swap meets. Yeah.
Can you earn a living that way?
Well, I mean, you never know what you're gonna pick up.
Hey, how about a cup of coffee?
That sounds nice.
Right, I have some in the kitchen. It'll only take a minute.
All right, take your time. All right. Let me help you.
Oh, no, it's easier if I know where everything is.
I guess so. I'm sorry.
Don't be. It's a common mistake. You know, blind people can do a lot of things if they're left alone. Take a look at this.
Aboard his sailboat, preparing to sail to Hawaii alone. Wow, that's amazing.
It certainly proves something, all right.
Yeah, I guess it proves that anybody can do anything.
Well, no, it proves that blindness is no guarantee of sanity.
You know, you're kind of funny.
Oh, you like jokes?
Sure.
Well, I have a great poem. You want to hear it?
Why not?
There once was a man from Nantucket.
Hey, I think I know that one.
Really? Well, what about this one?
You know, you remind me of a neighbor when I was a kid. Her name was Mrs. Johnson, and she would always look after us when my mother was, when my mother was away.
Oh, well, did your mother travel a lot?
Enough. But Miss Johnson, she took care of us. And if I got anything good in me, it's probably because of her.
Oh, well, she would be very proud of you, I'm sure.
Wow, that's kind of strong.
I can get some milk if you prefer.
I know, it's fine. Hey, look, I got something I need to tell you.
You're a thief, and you're here to rob me blind.
No, I wasn't going to say that.
That was a terrible joke, wasn't it?
Yeah, real funny. Hey, if you knew I was a thief, then why would you let me in?
Well, I don't mind thieves. It's the axe murderers that bother me.
Well, how can you tell the difference?
I can't really. I usually have to ask them to identify themselves.
And then you knock them dead with bad jokes, huh?
Well, it's better than using my karate. Hey, I interrupted you. What were you saying before I called you a thief?
Oh, okay, I remember now. You really shouldn't tell people that you're blind and that you live all alone.
Well, why not? If they know I'm blind, then they know I can't testify against them and they have no reason to hurt me.
Some people don't need a reason.
That sounds like experience talking.
I read the papers.
Well, it's very sweet of you to worry, but you know, in some ways, I can see better now than when my eyes were working.
I think I heard of that before.
Yeah, it's a load of garbage. At least the Department of Motor Vehicles didn't buy it. After I recovered from my accident, I came to them with this line I heard in a movie. I can see better now, etc., etc. They still won't let me drive a car.
Well, maybe next time, yeah.
Well, perhaps I'm not afraid because I figure that the worst that can happen to me already has. You see, I lost my vision when some acid was thrown in my face by a young man who came to sell me some candy. I went to get my purse to pay him, and when I came back, he was still in my silverware. I surprised him and he threw the acid at me.
I'm sorry.
Don't be. It's not your fault.
He must have been really scared. You know, there are always people out there like that.
Well, I spent a lot of nights in the hospital trying to think of ways to get revenge. But I decided against the Avenger angle.
Well, you know, you're not exactly the Charles Bronson type.
Well, I did a lot of soul searching and I realized that trust is something very important.
Hey, I don't believe you have to trust anyone. You could just tell them that you live here with a dog or a friend.
But I trust you and you're nice.
Next time they might not be so lucky.
And you trust me?
Well, it's not that hard.
Well, I could just make these ads to lure young men here and then poison them and use the acid to destroy the evidence.
I think I had enough coffee for now.
Well, of course, then I'd have to get rid of the cars, which would be kind of hard to do, being blind and all.
Well, unless you're not blind.
Well, then I'd have to spend a lot of time practicing not blinking my eyelids.
You know, you really shouldn't joke like that.
I thought you liked jokes. Well, anyway, I'm sorry if I offended you. I guess I'm still a little touchy even after all these years. I mean, it's kind of hard to trust again after something like that happens to you. That's one of the reasons I turned to charity work. You see that box over there?
The one with all the crap, clothing in it?
Yeah, I collect things for the Center for the Blind, and every year they have a rummage sale, and they use the money to rehabilitate blind people.
Oh, that's a nice thing to do.
Well, they helped me after I became blind, and so now I help them. Charity begins at home, I always say. I don't mean to be pushy, but do you think you'd like to make a donation?
Well, it looks like you're doing pretty well without me.
Well, a lot of times people, give what they can, and sometimes those who don't expect to give find it in themselves too.
Maybe something small. There you go. A $5 is all I can spare for now.
Oh, well, thank you. My, you have a strong hand with good lines in it.
I didn't know you were a fortune teller.
Well, I'm not. My father's mother taught me to read palms. And you're about to change your entire life. It's all there in your major ridge. Up to now, things have been uneven. But after this...
Well, things will get better?
Much better. Hey, you're gonna have a rough transition period. But after that, smooth sailing.
I don't like sailing. It makes me throw up.
Well, then smooth whatever it is you like to do. What was I thinking? I got some cookies in the kitchen. Boys always like cookies, don't they?
No, I'm fine. I'm all right.
Nonsense. Sit down.
This will be the last time, I promise.
What'd you say?
I said I do like cookies, and take your time and don't give me the last one.
See if that's the bottle that says acid.
It says nitric.
Quick, take all your clothes off, everything you touched.
No, I can't do that. No.
I'm blind, you idiot. It's your skin, not mine. Hurry. All right, go into the bathroom. Wash off everywhere where the liquid touched, otherwise it'll leave a mark. Go in the kitchen. Go in the kitchen. John, here, I have a rope.
Thank you.
You not have your clothes soaking in the bathroom, otherwise the acid will burn holes clear through.
That was thoughtful of you, thank you.
And I cleared out your pockets. You know, you shouldn't keep so much money around loose.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I feel so silly spilling that stuff all over you. I really should keep that acid in the cabinet.
Hey, what's that sound?
Well, it sounds like the police. You know, you have good ears for somebody who can see.
No, it's just that I'm not too fond of the police.
Me neither. You know my son Larry, the one who doesn't like my jokes?
Yeah?
He used to be a cop.
Oh, yeah?
But then he shot 2 guys when they were robbing a liquor store. They put him off the force.
What a shame.
Well, it's okay. He has his own company now, Bristol Security System.
Oh, yeah? Well, if he's such a good son, then why isn't this place more secure? It wouldn't even take a screwdriver to get here, just a credit card. You know, if you were my mother, I'd make sure it wasn't be this easy to rip you off.
You are a sweet boy, just like me. But see, I told him I didn't want all those gadgets. So he gave me a security camera installed in the picture. And if he can't watch, then he gets one of the other fellas. They call it closed circuit TV. And if they see anything funny, then they call the cops. And the cops come. Hey, here's your keys. No license or ID. Hey, this is a nice jacket. It's not as nice as the last one, but it's nice. Hey, this is Myra Bristol at 517 North Bluff Street. Yes, I have some more things for you to pick up. I have been very busy. People are so generous. Oh, tomorrow will be fine. Thank you. Too much of a mess. Hey, you thirsty? This is dry work, huh, Ethel? Hello? Yes, young man, I advertised about the chair. And I need the money very badly, you see, because I'm blind and I live all alone. walked in the store, do you know a ceiling tile fell on my homeboy? Crushed him. The thing about it is me being in his will, I got money and I'm gonna buy new that dress.
Alright, so I go to work the other day, right? And usually in my job we order like, Chinese food from King Kwa, which is on Independence down the street. So I go, I pick up my food, pick up everybody's food, I leave back out to give me a Dr. Pepper because that's what I usually drink. I come back and somebody spilled my rice. So I'm asking everybody who spilled my rice, and I never found out. That's who spilled my rice.
I wouldn't know if it was bulb out because I'm blind. I don't know if I mentioned that to you on the phone.
Yeah, you did. You also said you lived alone. Your dog?
You still living alone. You can memorize where furniture is, but you bump into people and animals because they move around a lot.
Yeah, that's so.
Like you. You moved that little bird on my table.
You have some really nice silverware. It looks kind of old.
Well, it is old. It was my mother. She was old. She just died. Of course, then you're not really old, you're just dead.
Yeah, you got a point there. Anybody can be dead. There ain't no age limit.
Yes, it's the great equalizer.
You got an equalizer with no stereo? I was just wondering how you can have an equalizer with no stereo.
What does the equalizer have to do with the stereo?